Let me ask you, what would you do if you learned you were not so great at something you thought you were good at? Improve, right? However, in the sport of golf, some golfers who find themselves being bad at the sport may find it difficult to accept that they are just not as good as they feel they are. So, they turn to golf cheating to raise their scores and convince themselves that they are excellent as they claim to be. Want to know some of them? Well, here we are with 7 pro golfers who have cheated on the course. Hey folks, and welcome back once again! So, what are you guys waiting for? Like, share, and subscribe. Many golfers have had to deal with a ton of difficulties as a result of their scandalous behavior. These 7 incidents are, in our opinion, the worst golf scandals in history. Number 7. Jane Blalock. Blalock, who was a 27-time LPGA Tour champion, also owned the tour record with 299 straight cuts made, which is basically a huge achievement. The only single black dot on her otherwise brilliant career is the period of cheating she experienced at the beginning of 1972 at the Bluegrass Invitational. Blalock, who was the tour's leading money winner that year, wrongly tagged her ball on the 17th hole and avoided a 2-stroke penalty for doing so. Blalock was never in discussion in the first place, but the results were severe. Blalock was not only disqualified from the event, but the LPGA Executive Board also accused her of cheating in 2 previous events. Blalock was suspended from the LPGA Tour for a year shortly after the tournament. Following that, Blalock lodged a $5 million lawsuit against the tour. Her lawyers also successfully argued that Blalock was allowed to continue playing while the matter was being resolved. If you want to learn more about it, you should read Amy Alcott's book, The Leaderboard: Conversations on Golf and Life. In this book, Blalock discusses how she handled the issue and how it affected her on and off the course. Alright, now let's move on to the guy you might probably be hating at the time. Yes, number 6, Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson is widely regarded as one of the best golfers of all time. However, his career has been filled with controversy, particularly with the USGA, which is the game's regulating organization. He basically had a strained relationship with the USGA since the beginning of his career. Furthermore, the US Open is the only major title he has yet to win. During the Farmers Insurance Open in 2010, a golfer accused Mickelson of cheating. He suspected Phil of using wedges, which are illegal under the law. You see, Phil Mickelson was one of the few golfers that used square-grooved Ping-Eye 2 wedges. However, the USGA prohibited these grooves from being used on the PGA Tour. Furthermore, the majority of the golfers utilized V-grooves. Meanwhile, Ping launched a complaint against the USGA in response to this ruling. This lawsuit was resolved in 1990. As a result, every Ping-Eye 2 wedge manufactured prior to April 1, 1990 remained legal. As a result, Phil Mickelson wore wedges produced by Ping prior to April 1, 1990. So, in theory, he wasn't using any prohibited clubs. However, Scott's words spread like wildfire, as golf cheating is perhaps one of the most serious charges. Number 5. Patrick Reed. Well, you and I know if you break the rules, you will be marked for life in the golf world. It never gives up on you. When any type of rule issue emerges, there will be doubters, accusers, and all manner of spectators who simply assume the worst. Reed will face that danger, even if he manages to set it all aside and win. At the Farmers Insurance Open, Reed hit his approach from a fairway bunker to the left of the green and was a little short. His shot landed in the high rough. A little flag was placed on the ball by a volunteer. And you see, due to rain earlier in the weekend, the ground was soft in parts. Reed asked the volunteer whether his ball bounced as he neared it. Her response was no, and she added that she didn't see it bounce. Many people are disturbed by this comment because the ball did bounce after it was originally struck. But that is immaterial to any judgment. You can merely see the ball bounce on video replay. Reed approached him to investigate his lie. He signaled to his teammates that he was going to inspect his ball. He noted the ball and then reportedly investigated a location where the ball had been. He requested an officer to come over. Meanwhile, he removed the labeled ball from its spot and moved it away. See, moving it early raised suspicions, as if the ball was not where he claimed it was, or if the ball was not in its own pitch mark, or even worse, if he made a depression to get access to a better lay. Most golfers would not move the ball unless a rules official was present to record the ball's original location. All of this being said, it is not unlawful to mark and move your ball before the rules officially arrive. It is simply irrational. Reed's arrogance is evident, as is his respect for the spirit of the game and its manners. Number 4. Bhavik Patel. Well, Patel here did something different. Bhavik Patel, this 24-year-old Web.com tour pro from Bakersfield, California, was suspended for 1 year by the PGA Tour for breaking the PGA Tour's anti-doping policy on performance-enhancing substances. The tour did not specify what chemical resulted in the adverse test. Patel is the tour's second player to be punished for breaking its performance-enhancing substance rules. Journeyman Doug Barron was suspended for a year after his testing positive for testosterone and a beta blocker in 2009. His sentence was removed when a lawsuit he filed against the tour was settled. According to the PGA Tour's anti-doping program manual, if a positive test for performance-enhancing substances results in a suspension or disqualification, the tour's policy is to disclose the player's name, the fact that the player violated an anti-doping regulation, and the consequence imposed. The tour is under no need to publish any disciplinary proceedings taken against players who test positive for recreational substances. Wait, how do you guys feel about the PGA Tour's anti-doping program? Anyways, Patel seemed to have reached the end of his career after this ban. Number 3. Vijay Singh. Just like Patel, Singh was seen as the nasty man. In 1985, he was banned from the Asian Tour amid claims that he tampered with the scorecard. Singh maintained his innocence, but that type of golf dirt stayed. Singh was caught in an even more unusual dispute. He admitted to using deer antler spray, prompting the PGA Tour to begin an inquiry owing to the presence of the growth hormone IGF-1. Following new information from the World Anti-Doping Agency, the tour stated it had no basis to assume that Mr. Singh deliberately ingested a prohibited substance and deemed it only reasonable to no longer regard Mr. Singh's usage of deer antler spray as a breach of the tour's anti-doping policy. Number 2. Tiger Woods. Given the magnitude of the event and what was at risk, this episode was very minor in golf history. However, we're talking about Tiger Woods here. Wherever he goes, the conditions will undoubtedly be unusual. At the 1999 Phoenix Open, Tiger's route was stopped by a rock. A swarm of fans utilized their coordinated muscle for lifting the boulder out of Tiger's path in one of the most strange golf moments ever. Tiger then proceeded to hit his shot without interruption by the loose obstacle. The question is whether any other golfer would have had the benefit of having so many spectators come to their aid, right? Number 1. Lexi Thompson. Lexi Thompson was on her way to winning the ANA Inspiration when referees approached her and informed her that a 4-stroke penalty texted in by a TV fan had cost her the victory. The fan saw possible rule violations during a third round and decided to contact the LPGA. Thompson was changing her ball for a short putt on the 17th hole when the event occurred. A coin that was hidden when the ball was marked becomes visible when it is replaced. Yes, Lexi obviously lays the ball in a different area in the video, but most likely she didn't mean it or realize it, and there was no advantage to it on such a short putt. Well, what do you guys think? Drop your views in the comments section below. Also, please share your thoughts on the new video. This isn't the end. More exciting material will be released in the following days, and we here will bring you the best of the best. That's all we've got for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this one. While you're at it, enable the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. That's all for now. We hope you had a good time watching the video. We'll see each other again at the next one.